Good day, grade 8. I hope you are all fine. I am Ma'am Liza, your teacher in English 8. We are now in lesson 2 of quarter 1. I hope you will all listen to our discussion. For this week objectives, we should learn how to define the different elements of a narrative, value the importance of literature and teaching moral, and identify the elements of the folktale The King's Magic Drum. Last time we discussed about the story entitled The King's Magic Drum. So it is a folktale in African literature. So when we say folktale, it is a story that began with oral storytelling passed down through the ages. It also teaches a lesson and explains why things are as they are. So folktales has or have a certain characteristics. So it is simple and straightforward. Includes magic or supernatural powers characters. Represent human qualities such as good, evil, wisdom, foolishness, and laziness. It also discusses problems and conflicts that are clear in the story. Its ending usually happy or satisfying. Good usually rewarded, while evil are punished. Folk tales are told everywhere. They are passed down from generation to generation, and they enrich and promote diversity. They also feature timeless and universal themes and attempt to explain the miracles and wonders of the universe. So here are the elements of a narrative. So somehow folk tales have features and characteristics common to other folk tales around the world. These commonalities are found in the following elements of a narrative. The first one, character. Characters in a folktale are commonly flat. They do not change throughout the course of the story. They are either good in nature or wicked. Most of the time, the main character has a special ability or even magic powers. The characters are usually animals or people or a combination of both. Next one, we have setting. Setting is the place in a folktale that is not usually specified. It is described using general terms like in the woods, in a magical kingdom, in a faraway land, or etc. The time is imaginary or make believe. Usually, it was a long time ago, but most commonly timeless and fantasy based. Next, we have plot. Most plots and folktales are linear. It starts with a description of the setting and characters, followed by the revelation of the conflict, moving toward the peak, then the resolution. The storyline is repetitive and mostly follows the rule of three: three prince, three wishes, three challenges, and etc. I know you are familiar with this. This may be attributed to the fact that patterns make it easy to tell folktales. So, it just means that folktales always have a pattern. Conflicts are easily solved by the acts of kindness and goodness. The ending usually teach a lesson. The theme of the folk tales usually mirror the values and beliefs of different culture where they originated. They feature universal truths and lessons that people encounter in everyday life. They show the distinction between good and evil, right and wrong, justice and injustice, and in the end, the good prevails. Style. Folktales use simple language. The language is direct to the point with little descriptions, leaving the details to the imagination of the listeners or readers. Although the language is simple, folktales create visual images that tickles the listeners or readers. Imagination like magical trees, talking objects, and poisonous fruits. Dialogues are also used to introduce the characters. We should always remember that folk tales contain moral values that help shape the society. Today, reading or telling folk tales serve the purpose of teaching lessons to people from all walks of life. I hope you learn a lot for our lesson for this week. So, for your activity, you must submit it on Wednesday unless there are holidays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, you should always remember that read the directions carefully and always write your name and section. So, here is your activities. On your book, answer Activity 3 in Integrated English for Effective Communication on page 11. Please read the directions carefully. So once again, thank you for listening, grade 8.